Hi, my name is Amanda Kibalowski, and I'm the Director of Enrollment and Outreach for the School of Theater, Film, and Television. We have two majors, which is the film major and the theater major, and they're a little different. So I'll start with one. For the film program, your first 2 years are really spent doing the gen eds and kind of your film theory courses. And then your junior year is where you move into really kind of doing all facets of film, in front of the camera, behind the camera. You could be directing in one class, producing in another, being research for another. And that's pretty much your junior year is really kind of spent combing through all of the different ways that we participate with film. And your junior year is also where you would do your internship. It's required within the film program. Many of our students do several internships. We are in Los Angeles, so the opportunity to have internships with really great companies are just everywhere. So we're really blessed with that opportunity. And then your senior year, you really start to declare your specialization and hone in on your focus. And that's narrative film, cinematography, documentary, screenwriting, animation, digital media, producers program, and cinema media studies. If you love film and you're coming to UCLA but don't necessarily want to be a major, you can also minor. That's something we offer in our program. And basically all you have to do is be a UCLA student, complete 3 courses, I believe. Yeah, 3 courses with from the minors list with a B or above, and a 3.0 at UCLA. And the classes are based on more theory and not production based. So you're not going to make a film as a minor, but you can definitely get a good background on a lot of different areas within film. Let's see. Also, it's not competitive for the minor. Like if you do the courses and you get the grade, you get the minor. It's not something where maybe if you did it and it's competitive and you wouldn't get it. That's not the case here. Basically, everyone that gets it has the grades, applies, gets it. For theater, it's a little different because you declare a specialization from the beginning. Your freshman year is spent in what we call the freshman experience. And that is where you will take all of your courses with the cohort you came in with. And I mean, from the early morning where you have Tai Chi to theater history ongoing throughout the day. And that is your entire first year spent with the cohort. And then that's where you kind of make those bonds too. And then in your sophomore year is where you start to expand out into your specialization area. And that's acting, design, directing, musical theater, playwriting, and integrated studies. Sophomore year is also where you would begin like crew work, crewing shows. And also, you can also start your internships in the theater program in your sophomore year and your junior year as well. And the same with film. If you come to UCLA and want to participate in theater but don't necessarily want to major in theater, we do have a minor. And that's taking at least two classes from the minors list and getting a B or better. And it's kind of the same thing. The only thing that's a little different is that if you are a theater minor, you do get to audition for our shows. So it's a way you can still kind of participate and be interested in theater and but not necessarily have to take the minor. That's kind of the time flow of each major. Okay, our resources are plentiful. I would say our greatest resource is our faculty, who are working faculty in the industry, Emmy nominated, Tony nominated, all the things that can help you kind of find your way at TFT. TFT is a small school. It's like 700 students, and that's undergrad from freshman to PhD level. So it's a really kind of small, intimate place where you will know your other students, but you will also know your faculty very well. They'll know you by name, and they are definitely our #1 resource. If we're talking about just like study centers and things like that, we at UCLA does hold the Film and Television Archive at the library. And that's actually the largest moving image library outside of the Library of Congress, and that's open to all students. We have the David Copley Center for Study of Costume Design, We have the digital incubator and think tank, which is discussing issues about kind of the forefront of technology and performance. Our facilities are definitely one of our resources. We have state-of-the-art facilities, sound stages, a working backlot, mixing studios, and professional costume scene and prop shops. So we pretty much provide everything that you could need, your one-stop entertainment source, if you will. And also, one of the things that I think some people don't mention is their fellow students, which we really include as a resource at TFT, those upperclassmen. A lot of the times when you first come in, you know, as a sophomore or underclassman, you have to kind of get your bearings, and they're always looking for crews, they're always looking for volunteers, and it's really a way for you to kind of become engaged with TFT as a whole is becoming an active student and really seeking out those relationships with your cohorts in theater and film, really. And our alumni network is really just some of the names on there are, you know, and you can have access to these events and different ways to join the Bruin family and continue that legacy that TFT has put out into the world. Is a really great resource as well. Of course, I think anybody that creates a film that does any of those things are doing research. So you will have to do a capstone project, and that typically, you know, if you're in the film department, involves making a movie, depending on your specialization, as well as if you're in the theater, that's putting on a production. And again, that's wherever your specialization falls. But you will have to do a capstone project like that that will require intensive research. Now, if you're just like a research person and want to include it in your work in all your ways, TFT is always welcoming unique voices to bring their experience to research and look at media in a new way. Our frequently asked questions: do we allow double majors? No, we do not allow double majors, not in the film department and not in the theater department. For the film department, if you're a student here, you own the rights to your movie. That's not the case in some other universities, and we want you to go out and be successful. And we hope when that movie wins an award, you will say, "I made this movie at UCLA," but you will keep and reap the rewards of that movie. So we do not own the rights to your movies. I think one of the other things that sometimes is discussed is a junior cut program, which is kind of more in a BFA type programs, which we do not do. There is no junior year cut program. And we do recommend internships. We're always asked about internships. For film, it's absolutely required. For theater, it's not required, but very heavily recommended. We also get the question if we allow like study abroad programs in our programs, and we do. For theater, you just want to take that your fall of your sophomore year, and if you're a junior, you just want to take it. In film, you'll take it your junior year. What if I'm not a major or a minor? Is there a way for me to interact with the arts, theater or film on campus? And yes, there are, I'm sure now it's virtual. I don't know about the groups day where there's like all the groups out on the campus. So this will be a little different. I'm not sure how they're doing it, but there's like 11 film groups and I think 10 theater groups that are not aligned with our school at all. That do their own projects, their own research. And it is UCLA is a creative community. So I think even if you don't want to be a major or a minor, you can still participate in the arts. You can find out more about us at tft.ucla.edu, and that'll bring you to our main page where you can kind of split to theater or film and find out what best fits your needs. A lot of people ask us, since our school has an acceptance rate of, I don't know, it's publicized like 4%, what are we looking for when we're looking at students? And I think the best way that we can say that is we want engaged people that are engaged with their environment, engaged with their communities, and want to use that voice for engaging in art. And that's pretty much what we look for when we're looking for the storytellers for TFT.